Hi, welcome back to Phoenix Rising, and today is another Wellness Wednesday video. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'm gonna talk through my life planning and journaling routine, some top tips just around what's worked for me in managing my chronic illness. So I'm really excited to share with you, and I hope you get a lot of really good ideas. So living with chronic illness means that you need to be intentional, or I need to be intentional, about my time, my energy and my self-care. So my planner helps me structure that time around what's actually realistic and not just what is ideal and what I would want to happen. So basically the key principles are around pacing, prioritising and progressing, because the point is sometimes when you live with chronic illness you feel like you take one step forward, two steps back. You want to see that line can feel very linear or very up and down, and we want to like slowly pace but build up that progress to get to where you need to be and to feel the best. So I think that planning what my week looks like really does help. So this is just a little overview of my planner. It's a love and do one. I'm going to put the link in the bio if anybody wants to have a look at it, but I absolutely love it. I've been using it this is my second year now. It's got a monthly dashboard. You put a quote down. It's got separate sections for what you might want to achieve in different areas of your life. It's got a to-do list, and it has a sleep tracker for every month, which I find really useful. A mood tracker if you're wanting to link your mood with how you're feeling and your pain. And then also it's got like a weekly list where I put what I'm going to do. It's got like a gratification section. It's just super good. And then the last page is you do a monthly overview. So I couldn't recommend this planner enough. There's lots of practical benefits for planning when you have a condition or a chronic illness or something that can sort of limit you. Tracking symptoms, identify any patterns, look at flare-ups, put things in place to help support recovery. So all them things are really useful. You can write them down and document them down. But I think beyond the physical benefits, it gives you a bit of a sense of control. So sometimes when your body doesn't feel very reliable, having something visual, like written down as a visual guide, can make it feel more manageable. It can make it feel really intentional, and it can also hold you accountable. So if things don't work out, that's fine. Acknowledge it and say that was a bad day and I didn't do anything that I wanted to do. Rethink about how the next day is going to look. Start focusing it around your energy, not necessarily to-do list. So for example, when I think about booking the gym in or a swim in, I think about what I'm doing that day. So am I working from home that day? Am I in work early? What time am I finishing? And then also you can do high energy days or low energy days. The idea is to keep the energy straight across the board. That's what pacing is to keep every day feeling like the same. But sometimes there'll be days where energy will be very low, and I think you might have to shift some stuff around. So I was trying to keep it loose, but have a rough idea of what I'm doing and what I'm expecting to do for that. It is prioritize the essentials. So maybe do like 1 to 2 tasks a day. So obviously like my planner seemed small, like didn't have a load of things in, but it had a couple of things that are achievable. We are thinking about prioritizing progress over perfection. So it's not about getting a planner and writing everything down and ticking it all off, although that feels great, and there's days where you can do that. It's about giving yourself a couple of little tasks to do throughout the day, and then you can start building on that once those become embedded. So I think an important one is building in rest and self-care. Like, I know this won't be for everybody, but this is a form of looking after yourself. This is a form of giving your mind a break and just taking time out, and that's important, I think. So it should be treated as a non-negotiable that this is what you're doing. So I've started journaling and planning I do a Sunday, that's one of my days that I do it, and then every day I review it in the morning, etc. So set flexible goals is another one. So think about being adaptable, as I've spoke about. But, you know, think about monthly, weekly intentions of what you want to do for that month or for that week, and try to review it and see if it needs changing, adapting, and that is okay, and be kind to yourself about that. If you do need to change and adapt it, that is absolutely fine. Another tip is to keep it simple and keep it visible. So I have my planner out on our dining room table because, like I said, I check it every morning, just run through with what I'm doing for the day, make any changes that I need to make, etc. I think the more visible it is and the more simple it is, the more likely you're going to stick at that routine. Moving on to my journal. Again, it is from the same company that I do my planner. My journaling started off, it was just in a plain notepad, and I used to wake up in the morning and I just write. So it's very fluid, very like how I'm feeling. Some days it'd be like, I just want to get this off my chest. Other days it'd be like things that I'm grateful for. It might be that I'd done something and I was really proud of it and I wanted to write about it. Or it might be like what my dreams were or what I wanted my life to look like. So it is really fluid, and it's so personal to whatever you want to do and however you want to, sort of what you want to get out of it, basically. So I'm just showing you a quick overview of what I use for my new journal, but I did used to write pen and paper, so you don't need to buy one, but this one is really nice to structure. It's got other activities in it. It's from the same company, Love and Do. I'll put the link in. But I just wanted to give you an overview of how it might look, but you can do this with just a pen and paper. So my tips for journaling, there's no right or wrong way to do it. It is literally about self-expression. So it's how you feel in that moment, how you want to write that down. So although that one was really structured, you could do what I did originally and just get a pen and piece of paper and just write down how you feel that day. And that's absolutely fine. So journaling is a form of self-care. It's not about criticising, so that's why it's so important that it's a judgment-free zone. It can be really easy to get carried away, and it is good to get negative thoughts out of the way, but it's also not about judging yourself. It's about seeing how you feel and putting it down and moving forward. One thing that I'm really big on is gratitude. And I really feel like just even one small thing to be grateful for really just have a shift in your mindset. And if you're having a bad day or if you're feeling bad, acknowledging what you're grateful for, I actually do think shifts your whole perspective. And it's just to make it part of your routine, like involve it in that self-care routine. When you're having a cup of tea and you're just chilling, you've got some candles on, take time just to sit and do a little bit of journaling, 20 minutes max. Finally reflect, so like go back and look. Like I've had a look at where I was 6 months ago with what I'd written down to where I am now, and it's so lovely to reflect and see how far I've come and the things that I've done to change and what strength I might have had. And I just think that's such a good quality to acknowledge the progress, because it's progression over perfection, remember? So thank you for listening to my TED Talk on journaling. I'm no way an expert, but I do find it really beneficial. So yeah, journaling and life planning is the one. So even if it's just starting off with one sentence, if it's just starting off with writing a list of what you want to do for that week, if it's just writing a couple of things that you're grateful for every day, no pressure, but give it a go and see how you feel. And I really hope that it can bring some mindfulness to those, especially those that are living in pain or with chronic health conditions and that are struggling. For me, my personal use, I found this so helpful. So for next time, I will see you later. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying this content, and yeah, keep on rising.